back to another Natred review. My name is Natred, and today we're going to be reviewing a couple more local fighters before we break into the rest of what we got to do tonight. Here we have Angus the Beefy from the Hedge Wizards on the left versus Chance the Flow Fighter on the right from the Green Dragons. And yeah, let's check this out. So Chance used to be somebody that I fought very often, always had a lot of fun fighting him. Angus is the local bane of my fighting existence. He keeps driving me to get better and better and better, and I want to be lazier and lazier and lazier. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's get into it. Super short one here. Let's see how it plays out.
Good. Just do a twirl. Yeah, it was like, I think I traded at the end. Alright. Call Simon?
Yeah, agreed there. Agreed. We're going to have to do a lot of ultra mega slow-mo on this one. Because two-stick just kind of be like that. Chance is really getting his old man flow fighter hunched down. Picks the deep leg.
Yeah, it was like, I think I traded at the end. Alright. Call Simon?
Yeah, I agree with that. It was close to over the back on Angus as well.
Alright. Left leg.
Right. Point Gus. Let's check that out. What is this boy doing? Because Chance backs from him respect, as rusty as hell here. So he throws this, like, stab. So he's crossbody, so he throws this, like, stab. Like, he posts back up. Angus doesn't respond at all. Then again, we have a little pump to Angus' sword side. And just comes over the top. I wish I could land shots like that on Angus. Getting swarmed there, having a small shield is rough. So this is going to be kind of a meta channel thing because, like, this requires you to have watched my previous video just now, but when I first attended Angus here recently, he also kept his shield super close to his body. And when Angus sent me a message about this fight, one of the things he said was that he felt like it was impossible to get enough coverage to defend yourself with a small shield and fighting against a flow fighter. And so what I would say, Angus, is that this shot here being thrown with Chance's left arm should probably be getting blocked with your sword, or you should be trading here. Look at how far back and high your sword is. Probably not going to be able to block this shot, but you could trade for the right side of Chance's body right now. Just chop it straight down. And yeah, Chance is just able to double tap it really quick. Amp swords are amp swords. All swords are really fast nowadays if you get competitive gear, but... Yep. This is the classic Amp Guard Fighter Florentine Swarm. Miss. Nothing. Man, Angus just looks like he's feeling really stymied. He's waiting so long to throw his shots. Picked it up. We had a lunge for the leg. 3-3, I believe, is the call. not far enough forward to land this dark side here.
Arm. Okay. I want to say leg, but I want to select the leg there. Yeah, you hit arm and then hit the shield. So.
At least we're getting some hand movement now to try to block that shot out. Because, yeah, you're not going to be able to block both swords with that shield. Move the shield too far out. Okay, I'm kind of congealing into a solid thought here for feedback.
Thank you, sir.
So I believe that was 5-3 chances favor was what Angus told me. So I feel like it's a combination of things, right? That shield is very caved into the chest. That is going to create a lack of space for you to kind of work inside of. When your guard's super caved in, I feel like that's going to create a lack of space for you to, a lack of distance between you and the Florentine fighter, the flow fighter. And I also noticed in my first attempt with Angus that shield being super close occasionally made it easier to fake him out a little bit. Because you definitely have a problem when you're fighting with a max small and short like Angus is, fighting against a double flow stick amp stick fighter. And the way that Chance was fighting there, throwing a bunch of like outside lane shots, you have to really dedicate that right hand to blocking out that right side so your shield can block out your left side. I feel like you also have to set the tone a lot when you fight flow fighters. You have to be willing to aggress. You have to be willing to throw the first shot and not reach, but throw that first shot just to continue the motion. Also, with how much swarming was going on, I don't think that I saw Angus ever throw a stab. And I remember that one of the first SKBC videos I ever saw was Arthon talking about, I think it was Arthon and PTQ, talking about how to fight flow fighters and how to fight shields as a flow fighter. And he just like, yeah, you just gotta stab him. Just like every so often, you just gotta stab him. You gotta keep him honest. Even if you don't land it, if you just get close, you have to stab him. Make him a little bit hesitant. So yeah, to like kind of distill the thought down to a more like distill the feedback down into a more like crystal form. I feel like more extension with the shield would be better. I feel like Angus being a tiny bit more aggressive would be better, and also working more on dividing his zones of blocking into, okay, my right hand has to be responsible from like my personal estimation is like my right nipple over. My shield can cover everything else, even a small shield like that. If you project it out in space correctly, you can like cover up the left side of your body, and then it's just from that right nipple over you're just block striking. That flow fighter is trying to neutralize your shield by having two swords. You're trying to neutralize them having two swords by you having a shield. So you have to tie up one of their swords some way. You have to be able to say, okay, my shield can just be dedicated to blocking this side of my body. So whichever sword throws whatever shot over to that side of my body, it's fine. Then my right hand is just block striking with you the whole time. And because I have this big plane that I can put in front of me, I can be a little bit more aggressive. You also, with that punch grip, have the ability to extend and retract that shield. I would have liked. I don't know if fighting with that max small super extended would have helped everything. But the fact that I never really saw any experimentation with it, I would have at least liked to have seen it like tested. Like if you try it and it sucks, like stop doing it. But that's one of the tools in the toolbox of using a small maneuverable punch shield. But yep, that's it for that video. I'll go ahead and chop that recording here.